So here I am. I'm heading towards the Stone Circle at Willen Lake in Milton Keynes. Tonight is the dark moon. Some people call it the new moon, but really the new moon starts the day after the dark moon. So it's the night where there is no sign of a moon. Although, depends on what time of day the moon is invisible, dark, depends on whether you'll see it. So, and this is a time in witchy worlds where you start anew. So it's time for a fresh start. It's time to set your intentions. Anyway, so I'm wandering along this path. I say path, this is actually a road. There's the path there. I'm wandering along the road. And I'm going to be really early, so I thought I'd record a video on the way and have a wander around. Because I got dropped off like 45 minutes before I needed to be there. So this is the road that leads to the Buddhist temple. Yes, we have a Buddhist temple. So in the little park that I'm going to, I say little, it's huge, there is a Buddhist temple. There is a stone circle. There is a peace pagoda, the first peace pagoda in the Western world. And there is a labyrinth. And there's also a commune type thing. Literally, sectors are written there. It's quite interesting. It's known as Willen Peace Park or Willen North because it's on a lake, but the lake is divided in two halves. And on one side you have the Peace Park, Willen North, and on the other side you have all the noisy stuff. You have your water sports and your Ferris wheel and your kids' play area and your exercise equipment. It's one of them parks where you have all this exercise equipment running around the outside of it. And as you can see, there's a road there, and that road runs across the middle of the two lakes. So they sort of, I guess, sort of hourglassy sort of shape, but they're not, because they go narrow and then spread out. They're not actually two lakes; they are joined, but it's like a narrowing, and they are man-made lakes. So they're purposely designed this way. But yeah, so there's a busy road. It's not too busy at 7:30 at night, but it's busy enough. And I am breaking the rules because you'll see a sign in a moment. I'll show you it. Well, it tells me not to walk on this road. We all do. We all do, because although the path is there, and literally runs alongside it, for some reason, we all walk along this road. Here I am coming up to the sign. And I'm sorry about the wobbly camera. I cannot walk and hold a camera steady. There you go. So pedestrians use Redway, vehicular access road, Buddhist temple driveway. So road, Redway. You see it's a slightly reddish colour? Redway. They are cycle and pedestrian paths that go all the way around the city. It means that bikes do not have to ride on the road because, look, road, Redway, road, Redway, road. Yeah. No. I mean, this is not a normal road. It is a driveway. And like I said, I'm a little bit early, so I don't expect anything to be coming up behind me. But if it does, they tend to drive very slowly along here anyway, 5 miles an hour. And there's normally plenty of space to duck out of the way. And sometimes, if I'm lucky, as I'm coming down this path, just as I get onto the path, someone that knows me will be driving down the road and pick me up and drive me all the way down. if I'm lucky. Hasn't happened for a while. Quite often they just drive past and wave. And I'm like, hi. But that's fun. I don't actually mind walking. And I've now got a stepometer on this phone. So every step I'm taking, it's counting, which is good. I do take little steps, so I get a lot of steps in because I have little legs. So we're just turning this corner and you should be able to see the stone circle now. There in the distance. It's not that far, but my camera yeah, makes everything look far away. So we're going to go round this corner and I'll show you around the Peace Park. So yeah, a stone circle there. On this side, you'll just be able to start seeing the Buddhist temple through the trees. I'll show you up close. Well, yeah, so I thought I'd come down. I don't often come down for the the new moon even. I host the full moon, so every month, unless I'm not well, I'm here for the full moon. And this is where I host it. I should really not be putting that information out, should I? Because, you know, my weirdo stalker people might be able to find me. If they got any intelligence, it wouldn't take me that much. But hey ho, I don't think I've got any weirder stalker people. I think I'm safe. So this is the driveway for the Buddhist temple. And there in front of you is the Buddhist temple. And you've got some sculptures. There used to be more sculptures around here, but they seem to have moved them. So you've got this sculpture here, and I think this represents Hiroshima, but I may be wrong. Let me just double check. No, I was right, Hiroshima. There you go. I don't know if you can read that because it's quite faded, quite light. So it's hand carved by Ronald Ray. It's a 4 million old piece of Scottish granite, an memorial to the the nameless, pathetic, scarcely human form conveys only the appalling history of innocent men and women and children suddenly extinguished by nuclear bombs. Yes. And up there's some trees on top of a hill, and one of them trees, I don't think we can see it from here, has oh yeah, we can just about. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up. I'll try zooming in a bit. See that tree there? It's got loads of bits of fabric and stuff hanging from it, and it's a wishing tree, or a memorial tree, depending on how you want to use it. But yeah, so this is the temple. I don't know when it was built. Quite a long time ago. I'm not sure I can remember it not being here. So I have a pond there at the front. There's obviously some sort of, what does it say? Let's have a look what the sign says. It's a Buddha. People think of the little fat man as Buddha, but this is more what I see Buddha looking like. Oh, okay, so this little shrine is dedicated to victims of coronavirus and the hair health professionals that help them. And then there's prayers for people of Israel and Palestine and Ukraine and Russia. There you go. Oh, right. If I go around the corner though, it'll take me a little while to get there. I know they've asked for volunteers to help do some weeding in the garden because they've got a big event coming up. I need to do weeding in my own garden there. It's a little wooden bridge. Little wooden bridge that goes over the pond. You can wander around these gardens, they're very cute. So you've got this little peace garden here. Let's walk, take you into it. So like I said, they're looking for volunteers to come and tidy up a bit here. Do a bit of de-weeding for them. And I said I've got enough to deal with in my own garden. Otherwise I would. I'm not very good at gardening. And around the back there is signs that says do not walk on it. Well, there used to be. Oh, just saw a big rabbit. So this is the Zen garden. It's not raked at the moment. So normally when you come past here, it's all raked into patterns and you're not to walk on it. But this is the Zen garden where they spend hours and hours raking. There's a little pagoda over there, monument of some sort over there. But it's such a peaceful place. But I believe there's not many priests living here at the moment, so that might be why the Zen garden hasn't been raked. They used to not padlock them toilets, but they do now, unfortunately. They used to be very handy on a full moon night. Now I have to find a bush. Shh, didn't say that. I've never pretended to be ladylike. When you need to go, you need to go. That's all I'm saying. So we'll go back down the path. Well, the driveway, should I say. And then we'll head up to the Peace Pagoda, which you can just about see the top of it up at the hill there. I did bring my friend Vanta from America around the Peace Pagoda, around this park actually, the whole park. There's took some photos here. She came over to stay with me 2 years ago, I guess now. Doesn't feel like that long ago. And stayed a bit longer than we expected. Initially it was going to be a month, then it went to 2 months, then it ended up 2.5 months. What we got going on here? Flower festival. That's already happened. There's what they have going on at the temple. That's the thing they're trying to organise, I think. There you go, 45 years ago this year that it was built. There's the answer to the question, how long it's been there. So almost as long as I've been on this earth. There you go. And I think that's what they want help with the gardening for. I knew there was some sort of big celebration going on. So if we carry on walking up this way, someone a noisy exhaust on their car. The only problem with that road being so close is the noise. It can get quite noisy. And there's not enough trees to block it out either. So that's a stone circle there, which is where we will end our journey, because that's where I've got to go. But I thought I'd take you up, have a look at other parts of the park. Plus I'm getting my steps in. I don't know why I decided to record it this way up. I could have recorded it sideways. But as you can see, talked about Redway. The tarmac on the floor is not black, grey or black, it's slightly red. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. Look at the greenery around us. It's a nice little park. Stone circle again. Trees. So this is maintained by the Parks Trust, which is a charity in Milton Keynes. They get a lot of funding, a hell of a lot of funding, but they put on their own events as well. But they maintain, I would say, if not all, 90% of the parkland in Milton Keynes. So yeah, they were given the contract many, many years ago, and they do a pretty good job. I'll tell you, they do a better job of than the council, who are meant to maintain their estates, but don't. So there you go, you can see the Peace Pagoda through the gap there. And we'll walk up and take a closer look in a minute. Just a gentle stroll, I've got plenty of time to kill. And just while it's still light, there's a stone over there. And that is the World Stone, I believe it's called. So there's the actual stone circle there. And then you've got that standing stone on its own over there. And in among the grass there somewhere, there's a flat stone, which I believe is called the Africa Stone. I will double check that when we go to the stone circle. But yes, we quite often walk from the circle up to the standing stone, do some sort of peace thing, and then walk back to the circle. Don't know why we do, but we do. So the stone circle, I believe, is based on a Hopi medicine wheel, but I may be wrong. Again, that information's on the board. I know it's Native American in some form or other. Someone called Little Son, Ron Little Son, I don't know. Ray Little Son, maybe, came to this opening ceremony. He was involved in helping design it, I believe. I think it was Ray Little Son, because at the Beltane ritual we had, the woman running it called him. Roy. It's Roy Little Son, and she called him Roy Orbison. I'm like, no, that's not the right name. She's like, no, it isn't, is it? No. There's a raven up on the path in front of me. Ravens are cool birds. Seeing a lot of them around here. Some people see them as omens of death. But fingers crossed, that's not what this one is. We see a lot of them, like I said. And be able to see the lake from here as well. So let's go and have a look at the lake before we hike up the stairs to the Peace Pagoda. Oh, there we go. Which is the lake. There's a lot of reeds around here. Normally when the temple does its lantern festival thing, they come down here, and this is where they'll put the lanterns into the water to let them float. This is all like a nature reserve over there. Somewhere in them trees is a bird hide, so you can watch the birds. Yeah, there's the lake. You can't see it from the stones because of the trees surrounding it. You can listen to all the birds. So. I can hear a wood pigeon, I believe. Sounds like a cuckoo, but I'm pretty sure it's a wood pigeon. I don't know how well my mic's picking that up. There's some swans on the lake over there. You can see a white shimmering on the lake. Okay. See what this sign says. It's always good to read the information boards when you go anywhere. Oh, it's a map. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's a what birds can you see? So you have grey heron, a coot, Canadian goose, a little egret, a little grebe, kingfisher, great crested grebe, lapwing, mallard, that's a mallard duck male, a teal, a moorhen, a tufted duck, a widgeon, that water pigeon, a grey lag goose, I was going to say their legs aren't grey, grey lag goose, and a great egret. So they're the birds that are seen commonly on this lake. All I can see is a couple of swans. The geese are definitely down the other end because they like to be fed. And there's a lot more activity down the other end. So let's walk up to the Peace Pagoda now. As I said, I've got plenty of time to kill. Might as well to kill it. Oh, it's quite windy. It's not the nicest of days. Look at the colour of that sky. I'm hoping it don't pee it down because I've only got a cardigan on. It's me trying to protect the microphone from the noise, the wind. So this is a sign at the Peace Pagoda, and it tells the story of the Buddha, starting here at the birth, and then you go to the Great Renunciation, and then the defeat of Mara, and then the Enlightenment, over to the first rolling of the law wheel, Bamboo Grove Monastery, the revelation of Myoho Renji Koyeon, Divine Vulture Peak. I don't know if I pronounced that right. And then you got Parinirvana. Again, don't know if I. So all of these images though are actually on the temple up there. All of these images are engraved on the temple up there. Let's have a quick wander. Oh, fall down a step. Don't want to do that. Right, these are the steps. I used to come up here all the time as a kid. When we walked to Willen from where I used to live, we'd come in from the back of the temple, we'd arrive on top of the hill, and then we'd roll down the hill to get to the lake. 2 lions, guardians there. Oh, there's your Canadian geese. Oh, zooming don't work very well on my phone. That's your Canadian geese. So yes, this is the first peace pagoda built in the Western world. And then there's this platform here, which people tend to stand on when they're doing talks and stuff. It wasn't always here. This was not originally part of the original plans, I'm sure it wasn't. What does it say there? Yeah. The platform used for spiritual ceremonies and gatherings since 1980 was refurbished in 2019. There you go, I was right. It wasn't here when it was first built. Oh, it might have been. 1980? Oh, it might have been. Because I just presumed it wasn't. I can't remember seeing it there originally. But your memory check doesn't always ring true, does it? So there's another lion, another lion. So you have 2 lions guarding the steps as well. I'm not sure what these cloths tied here mean. They represent something, I don't know what. And then you've got like an altar here. And obviously there's offerings left at the altar. There is the Buddha, up there. I'll stand back a bit. So I told you that all them images are carved on the outside. So these are the images that we saw down on that board in carved form, representing the life of the Buddha. It's pretty awesome. All the way round to the front again. There we go, back round to the front, and there's the Buddha again. And I told you about the tree, and I should be able to see it better from here, she says. You can't really. But the tree with all the ribbons is over among them trees there. And over that side is where the labyrinth is. So let's head that way. And I'm going to go across the path rather than back down to the path. It's very peaceful here. Very peaceful. And the further away you get from the road, the more peaceful it gets. Some young trees that have not long been planted along there. There's a little path here, but it's not going where I want it to go. Because where I want it to go is the other side of that hill. Didn't even know this path existed. How did I not know that? Because I don't use it. Although actually it's probably the path we used to use to come to Willen when I was a kid. It looks like it. Anyway, up this hill. Yes, I'm getting my exercise in today. Good, because I didn't do any yesterday. You can see the lake from up on the hill. I believe over in front of us now, over there somewhere, is Willen Hospice, which is it's a local hospice, and it takes care of people that are obviously terminally ill and last stages. And now, see, I came this way on purpose, so you can see the labyrinth from sort of above. So the labyrinth goes all the way around the tree, and winding all the way around the tree, with the tree being the centre point. We could walk it. I don't know if I will, because I think I need to head back to the stones now. Because I've been filming for half an hour. Beyond those trees, the other side, up there, is where the commune type thing is. It's called the Well at Willen, and it's a religious place that people go and stay, and they grow their own food and stuff. Yes, I think I'm going to head back to the circle because I think people might be arriving. But there you go, that is a tour around the Peace Park at Willen, the labyrinth, the Peace Pagoda, the Buddhist temple beyond them trees, and the stone circle beyond those trees. Thank you.